The foundation of Indian culture is in its faith that true spirituality is unconditional love and service to humanity. Many saints, social reformers, philosophers, and other visionaries founded religious, cultural, and spiritual institutions to inculcate the quintessential values of our culture among the youth in the country. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama is one among them, striving hard to strengthen value-based education system in the state. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama is situated in the scenic ambience of Vaderahalli village, 30 kilometers away from Bengaluru on the Bengaluru-Kanakapura road. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama is a non-profit organization firmly rooted in spiritual values of India. Amidst rampant commercialization of education system, Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama stands tall and unique, envisioning a young India with a scientific, progressive, liberal attitude rooted in spirituality. Dr. M. Nagaraju and his wife, Mrs. Renuka Nagaraju, founded Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama on the banks of the river Suvarnamukhi. The location ensconces Bannerghatta National Park and has mythological and historical significance. The river Suvarnamukhi emanates from the Bannerghatta National Park and a source of inspiration to the founders. Suvarnamukhi flows further to join river Arkavati and finally merges into the river Kaveri.
I first met Swami Chinmayanji in 1977. I had no significant understanding of Bhagavad Gita at that time, and he was the first one to convince me that Adhyatmic study is basic necessity for every human being. My wife Renuka is a part of journey together in this endeavor of establishing a spiritual education center in this country. So we were in search of it, and then when we came to this place, we found there was a river and there are mountains surrounding this area. So very attractive to set up a small educational system, and that's how we began in 2009, and in 2012 we started building this center.
From a humble childhood in the village Kayyamballi in T. Narsipura Taluk, Dr. Nagaraju's journey is phenomenal. Dr. Nagaraju had his high school education in T. Narsipur and earned his MBBS degree from Mysore Medical College. He went on to study in United Kingdom and earned his MRCP in Royal College of London, and also got his fellowship in American College of Physicians. He specialized in gastroenterology. He is a fellow of the American Medical Association, American College of Physicians, fellow of American College of Gastroenterology, and also a fellow of International College of Physicians. Dr. Nagaraju served as Associate Clinical Professor of Medicine in Michigan State University Medical School, and he was the chairman of the Department of Gastroenterology in Hurley Medical Center, Flint, Michigan for 25 years.
After finishing my medical college, I became a lecturer in dermatology in Bangalore for about 6 months. At that time, I was studying to pass the examination to go to United Kingdom, where most of our professors had their higher qualifications, so that they all became teachers and professors who all had that Royal College examination as the best of higher education. That was my goal also. So I went to England in 1966. I was there for about 4.5 years, and I was fortunate enough to work with very eminent people of great fame. One of the most famous at that time world famous, in fact, was Professor Dame Sheila Sherlock, a liver specialist, world known. She used to get patients from all over the world for liver disease. I was able to work with her for 6 months. That was a great experience.
Dr. Nagaraju started his medical practice in America in 1970. He chose America to be his karma bhumi and served the American people for 3.5 decades. Although Dr. Nagaraju couple lived in America for 3.5 decades, with all the professional accomplishments, comforts of life, and eminence, India and its brother was always on their mind. Dr. M. Nagaraju's long and cherished ambition of serving the country crystallized in the form of Dr. Marigauda Nagaraju and Renuka Nagaraju Charitable Trust in 1985. The trust is supporting poor and economically backward students with scholarships and hostel facilities. Soon after their arrival in Karnataka, the couple established Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama, an institutionalized form of their social service. One of the principal goals of the Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama is to reach the unreached and to mainstream the rural poor children through value-based education. Aims at promoting holistic education through spirituality and scientific temperament, holistic health, youth and women empowerment, and also promoting community service. In order to achieve this, Dr. Nagaraju and Mrs. Nagaraju started Suvarnamukhi Higher Primary School in 2017. The school offers free education. More than 75 children are studying in class 6 and 7. Apart from scholastic education, these children acquire skills in arts, sports, music, yoga, and also are active in literary and cultural activities. Their achievements in these areas is a sign of their all-round development.
Both spiritual and secular education must be given together for all children. And that is the reason for establishing a center here, educational system with Kannada medium, and they must have Sanskrit as well as a spiritual education in addition to a regular academic education. And that's what we have. Every day our children will go through a reasonable system of understanding both. In the morning at 6 o'clock they come for meditation. They understand what is meditation. And then they go for physical education, even yoga, which is good for physical health as well as mental health. Later they go for academic studies. Then in the evening we teach them Ramayana, Mahabharata, Lalita Sahasranama, Vishnu Sahasranama, Bhagavad Gita, chanting, as well as meaning for the Sanskrit shlokas they learn, so that they understand what they are chanting, and whatever they learn, they know it meaningfully. That's one of the very important aspect of teaching, is to teach them until they understand. Even in academics, we are emphasizing the same. We are not worried about them passing the examination as much as understanding the subject and then applying it to their passing the examination or even living in the world.
The sad demise of Mrs. Renuka Nagaraju, an inseparable part of his thoughts and actions, did not deter Dr. Nagaraju from his life's mission. He strives even harder for the progress and welfare of these children. Dr. Nagaraju started a Sanskrit school in 2016 to impart children of all classes with the essence of Indian philosophy, the Vedas and Upanishads. 20 children are admitted every year into the school. The school is recognized by the Karnataka Sanskrit University.
यस्य ज्ञानदया सिन्धो रगाधस्यानदा गुणा सेव्यतां मक्षयो धीरः सस्रेः चामृताय च बुद्धिर्मनीषाधिषणा ध्येये प्रज्ञा शेमुषे मतिः ब्राह्मेतो भारती भाषा गीर्वाग्वाणी सरस्वती.
The center of attraction and power is the Sri Mata Lalita Parmeshwari temple, situated in the multi-storied and multi-purpose complex. At the base of the complex is an auditorium, with all the modern facilities and counseling rooms. In the spacious middle story is the temple with the principal deity, Sri Lalita Parmeshwari, along with the idols of goddess Lakshmi, Saraswati, Dattatreya, Shiva and Ganesha. Various satsanga programs, chanting of Sri Lalita Sahasranama and bhajan programs are conducted here. The top floor, pyramidal in structure, houses the quiet, spacious hall for meditation. The huge doors of this hall is artistic and ornately carved and attracts attention of the visitors. The huge dining hall is aptly called Annapurna Kshetra. It can accommodate 1,000 people at a time. The students, devotees of the ashram and guests are served prasadam here. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama has a well-furnished guest house Atri Nilaya for the guests. The library is modern and well updated with reading materials for the students, devotees on various disciplines ranging from literature to science to spiritual texts in Kannada, English and Sanskrit. Organic farming in 5 acres of land has kept Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama self-reliant. Besides observing national days, Hindu festivals are celebrated in the center. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama conducts lectures on Bhagavad Gita, satsanga, residential spiritual retreats for men and women, and also recitation competitions for children. These competitions and events are conducted in association with other organizations. The Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama will lay emphasis on skill development programs to promote self-reliance among young men and women. Future plans include to establish a holistic care center with a range of health services including yoga and nature care. Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama recognizes and respects all the religions of the world.
So Nagaraju Charitable Trust in India supervises Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama school, the spiritual center and a temple as a parent organization. The Suvarnamukhi Samskriti Dhama is a public charitable trust. It has about 10 trustees which include myself, Mr. Mahadevaya, Sunil Jairaj, Priya Amresh, Parvati, Anjanappa, Hariharan, B. Nagaraju, Nalini Kashampur and Parameshwarappa. These are the 10 trustees, and each one of them take responsibility for one part of activity. We are happy that all of them can do, each one of them can run the institution at any time. And then I'm quite often absent in America, and I don't even feel that I have to worry about ashram's activities. Whatever happens in a best way. Even without me, it happens better than when I'm here sometimes. So I'm happy we have got good cooperation of all the trustees.
The Dharma believes in serving humanity through value-based education. It promotes Indian culture, religion and heritage and its glorious history. The institution is bound to inculcate liberal, scientific and progressive attitude among children. The education here is hoped to rekindle an organic connect between the individual and the society and the environment. It is in this sense children are educated and mentored here to realize service to mankind is service to divinity. Atmano mokshartham jagadhitaya cha. The goal of human life is to attain freedom in service of humanity.